Hello and welcome to my home. Today is going to be our second episode of Sit and Chat and Craft. I am working on a swap that is called Birds and Butterflies. So these are the pages that I've gathered up so far. Here is the envelope that we made at the last chat. And I'm going to continue to use Took's papers, and I've picked out these papers that have birds on them. I just like the butterfly, some more birds, and more birds. So we'll see where we go with that. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to make the cover. So my paper is, this is actually the size of my paper. So I want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5 tall. So let me set that to one side. This is avocado dyed paper that I dyed. And it's on the back of a piece of partridge scrapbook paper that I probably got at Michael's. So 8.5 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5 would put me right about here. And I do enjoy a rough edge versus a straight edge. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. So I'm going to tear this. And of course, the first thing that happens is my ruler moves. Use that in something else. So there is the cover of my signature. And I want to decorate that. So I think that I want to use, I have some of my other tea dyed paper. Do I want to collage a whole bit, or do I want to just put accents on them? I've also been fussy cutting out pictures of birds. That's a cute one that I might want to use on them. In my craft room I have a whole lot more birds, but you think I can find them? Nope. So we will just go with what we have. And we'll see how that goes. So the swap is to create, not to decorate everything. The person who gets this signature will have some of their own, add their own style to it. I quite like these signature swaps. They, I learn something with every one I get. So let's take a bit off the bottom. And a bit off the top. So we're having another very hot day here in Ontario, Canada. And my husband and I went out for a walk this morning, but it was too hot. He has normal pressure hydrocephalus, which means, as I've said before, he has a shunt, but it also means that he is not, we're learning, he's not able to handle the heat very well. So we have, we're beginning to figure out what we can walk in and what we can't walk in. We've gotten, they're rags that people put around their necks to keep them cool. We have 3 of those, and I keep them frozen. And in the course of about a 45-minute walk, he'll go through 2 of those, but that helps keep his head cool, which means he is more comfortable and more balanced, which is good for all of us. So that works out well. Okay. But today was too hot, so we went to, we called up a friend who has a lovely 9-year-old Heinz 57 dog, and we went to the local dog park and sat in the shade and watched the dogs play and had a wonderful time. We did. Now, I'm not even using any of Took's paper right now. And maybe that's okay. If nothing, I do love that pink flower. I think that collage pages like what Took has provided me here are such a good value because you can use them. You can use it as an entire page, easy, and fold it over, like add it to a journal this way, and just add a piece of journaling, and you could throw a bird on it, and that would be beautiful all on its own. Or you can rip them apart as I'm doing and create even more of a collage. And the thing with a collage and playing and just having fun and not having a design in mind is it'll change. And quite frankly, it's okay that it changes, and it's okay if it doesn't work out, because I'm just having fun. Or I'm supposed to be having fun. I am. A pink butterfly might be nice. Ooh, I like that. That's I don't mind that. I want something. So I received this in a swap and this in a swap. No. So I wonder if what I need is a piece of doily. All right, so I apparently had a low battery. I'm just getting in focus there. So I have started a new video. So what I've decided is I'm not going to use that darker bird that I had. I've gotten a piece of doily, and I'd like to put it in the corner and then center this in the corner. Now I'd like to have, there's a, you can't, I don't know if you can see them, but there's little roses up here. I'd like them showing. And then I'm gonna put this over here. And I've gotten some music paper out. And I think I'd like to put a small piece of music paper just sitting in there like that. Maybe not the music paper. So I do like this down here, so I'm going to add this. See how I found that last time? Watched it fall off the table, crafting table, as I was editing the video. and land on the floor, raced in here and got it. But I'm still, if you have any Canadian shops that make those dangly pieces, I would really appreciate it. If you leave me a link below, as I'd like to get a nice one. All right, so I have inked the edge of that. I'm gonna put this on right away before I end up in trouble. And I want to ink this as well. Let me just set that off the side. Not a lot, just a little. I think that's enough. Okay. I wonder if this will work. Well, that worked. Okay. Live and learn. So those two will sit up there. This will come down here. Yeah, flowers hang down. All right, I like that, so I'm going to put it down. Sometimes if you leave them unstuck, you actually never decide what it is you're going to do, because it's just the ability to change your mind is ever present. And so this way, you just take it away and you work with what you've decided on. Isn't it funny though, I started with that one piece and now I've gone totally pink. All right. So today is Fish and Chip Day in England, I'm told. So we're going to support a local restaurant and order curbside fish and chips and enjoy a meal of fish and chips while we try and stay cool in the house. I really enjoy a good fish and chip. I really enjoy things that well, there it goes. Came off again. I'm going to stick it in there so it doesn't get lost. All right, so I know I like this. Oh shoot, I didn't want to lay that down. Can I lift it? Can I lift it, or have I messed it up beyond all ability to cope? I've missed it. All right, so it's not going to do what I thought. I'm going to do something different. Oh, yes, indeedy. Oh, might not be a problem. What I'm trying to do is this straight edge here is what I don't like. So I'm thinking about putting that there, and can I use a piece of music paper underneath it? Yeah, I think that works. I don't mind that. I don't remember which swap I got the these die-cut butterflies from, but they're beautiful. And whoever you are, leave me a link if it's yours, and thank you so much. It's the kind of thing that you may not use them right away, but you eventually will. during this pandemic, I haven't been buying craft supplies and I've been making journals and just using what I have and embracing the true nature of junk journals probably more than I have in a long time. All right, so all right. So taking off that. For these signature swaps, I like to do the cover, and then I will include some of the paper and pieces with the swap so that the person receiving this can make her own. I continue to build on them, which is good. Paul, my husband's laying down and having his nap right now. I don't know how the world lives in 30-degree temperatures as the norm. I just don't know. Too warm for this Canadian. Truly is too warm. I melt. All right, so without cutting the signature in half, take that off. All right, so there we go. So what I did was I found a flower that I liked and built this. So there's a journaling space there. And I will, because I do like rounding the corners. Okay. So there's the first page. So if I flip that over, I'm supposed to make tucks. So I could make a paper bag. All right, we can do that. Next thing. A paper bag pocket. And for this, yeah, that looks nice. So I'll just move this out of the way. I can use this paper, incorporating that butterfly. Now I think this I will cut out because there isn't a lot of room between the butterfly. Might be a moth too. I really don't know the difference. Do you know the difference between moths and butterflies? I can look it up, of course. Like, it's not a matter of life and death. So this will go down into this paper here, but that's all right. Okay, so set that aside. So here's my base. It's going to go on here. And it will open up. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to put a piece of cardstock underneath there. Just looking for scraps from my table so that it will strengthen the bag. I have received some journals where the pockets and some of the junk was too flimsy and it just tore right away, which wasn't really nice, and it's not something I'd like to pass on to anyone else, so I will. You won't do anything except watch and advise me if I make a colossal mistake. Add this piece of, nope, too big. To the inside. Yep, that's good. All right. Hang on to the pin, Marjorie. Do not drop it on the floor. Do not set it down on your craft table and get it lost. I need to remember to order some more of this glue. I know it's the summertime, but in Canada they won't ship it when there's any chance of frost. So you order in the summer when there's no chance of frost, so that you know you'll have it in the wintertime. Although I'm very hopeful that we will be back to a more normal life by next winter, which would be amazing. Just amazing. I'm looking for a pair of scissors that have, and I'm not finding them. It's a ragged edge like this, so I'll just cut it straight off. All right, so now that this will open up nicely into a pocket, I'm going to decide whether or not I want to, and I do want to. So I'm going to add a piece of craft paper. Here's what I was looking for. My girlfriend Darlene, from Darlene's, I think she calls herself Craft Studios, does such beautiful finished work, and she often uses this tanned colored paper as the background for her crafts. I'll link her YouTube below so that you can see what I mean. She does a marvelous job. I've learned a lot from her. I have. All right, so just a tad too big. All right, so there we have that. Okay. Glue that down. It's funny, this morning when my husband and I woke up, he said, "So, do we have to do anything today?" And I went on my calendar and I said, "No, we're free for the next 2 weeks." And we had a good chuckle out of that. Yep, things are beginning to open up, which is nice. I'm glad that they're going slowly instead of too fast here in Ontario, so that we don't get, so things when they open up, we can stay opened up. And now Darlene would not be doing this edging, and I may regret having done this edging, but for right now I'm doing the edging. So now I need to make this. It always amazes me how people can just put 2 little pencil marks down and get everything the way they want it. So we'll just see if I can. And if I can't, well, then, you know, it's only friendly paper. All right, and I did okay. So I'm just going to quickly edge this up. All right, I'm liking this. Now I'm really tempted to punch my hole out, except I know that when I do that, I'll add something to the top and then have to cut it out by hand, which I don't want to do. So can I add, oh, that's pretty. What does that look like? Does that look all right? Try to get that. Okay, so that looks like it's growing off the same. I like that. So I'm using that branch that's in Took's paper, and I'm going to put my bird on it. So it looks like it's there. The proportion of the bird to the butterfly is off, but it's whimsical. The proportions of life are sometimes off. And isn't that what makes it beautiful? Down there. Don't want to cover the butterfly. I do think I like it here. Let me stand up and see. Yes, I like that. All right, so I'm going to add that, and then we're going to call this one Done, which will be the end of my sit and chat and have a cup of coffee or a tea or something. That's what I should do, is I should bring a cup of tea in with me. Leave me a message. What's your favorite tea? I was reading that I should add more ginger to my life, and I was thinking that I might start making my own ginger tea, like from fresh ginger. Does anybody have a good ginger tea recipe? All right. Let's bring back the page. So here's the first page, and here's the second page. It'll, oh, that's kind of nice. I got a cardinal there and a cardinal there. All right, I like that. So let me get out my punch, and let's hope that it punches nicely for me. And it did. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Do I want to add some lace underneath? Yes, I think I do. I think I do. Where is that doily? I know I have more of it here. Come on, Marjorie Lynn, where is it? Where is it? You had it here just a minute ago. You had the door. Oh, there it is up here. I put it up so I would remember where it was. And of course I didn't. But I think I want to I'm going to fold it in half, so I'm just looking at my half my page. So if that's there, and I stick that, oh, isn't that nice? Yippers, that's what it is. So just a light dusting so that, whoops, that one came off quite a bit. Not quite as stark a white. And then I'm going to lay it down. I'm not normally a doily person. I've had these doilies probably for 4 years and not really ever used them, but they're sure working out nice in this. They are working out very nice. It is warm. It is warm. I envy you, all of you that have garden sheds that you craft in. I've seen some beautiful craft rooms where you look out a window and you have a beautiful view. Now, do I want to make it a side, like I've got a pocket? No, I'm just going to make it a pocket. I think sometimes we can get carried away with making too much. I'll have to look back in the swap as to how many pockets, how many tags I'm supposed to make in this, because I could get it carried away and do the whole book. All right. So that'll be it for today. So what we've done is we decorated the cover of the signature and made the first pocket. And we have, I don't know where I'll put this, but we have this center envelope again, which has the butterfly here and the bird, which fits the theme. And I think I'm done. Thank you so much for coming along today.